but I really believe that recycling and reusing will be less and it will be more effective if we focus on reducing and trying to keep the waste low. So how do we do that? We take responsibility for damage to the environment, for our potential use, and make sure that the energy, to make sure that we use energy efficiently in our businesses and in whatever we do, even in our homes. We try to use conservation and reduction measures for water, waste, and energy. Offer incentives for your staff, for those that own their own companies, to encourage them to be engaged, to participate in recycling and reusing, and specifically in reducing.
It's not just reduce and all of that, but you've used the word, I think, being proactive and reactive. That asks you to think about your culture and what can you do with your culture. And it is in the culture where we have to start looking at it. And if we look in the room, the bottles there, that's an artistic expression, but we don't many times have the arts and culture sector with us in these forums. And they are the ones that can bring the message out to the rest of the world. And so we have to change the way we think. With that, I shall allow for 3 burning questions. And there is none. Thank you very much. Was there? My eyes are like this, and they did that, and they saw nothing. So.
And it is really that I've been involved with sustainable tourism for more than 10 years in Namibia. And I have seen so many times that waste management is really the stepchild of sustainable tourism. It's that part that people shy away from. They don't want to see it, they don't want to think about it, and they don't want to do much about it. That's not everyone, that's just generally human beings. And I want to also talk to you not as tourism people, but just as people, because I believe every single one of us can do something about this situation. And in my first slide, I want to actually give you some shocking statistics. And my idea with this is that you should really sit up and take notice. According to these statistics, there are 3 billion people on Earth today without access to waste management at all. There are some 50 million people living on or in or next to 50 mega dump sites. If you think about it, it's 1 million people living in or on a specific dump site. That must be a dump city bigger than Windhoek. Just imagine. Waste has a greater health impact than malaria worldwide. And we have a chronic plastic and toxin plague. It can be found in the bottom of our oceans, on the slopes of Mount Everest, and in our own blood. And it's true, it's not big pieces of plastic, it's tiny little nanobeads, it's microscopic things that had found its way into our blood. As a global society, whatever we are doing, it's not working. While recycling rates have gone up, some materials in some parts of the world, the truth is recycling alone will not deliver sustainability. We are consuming more, not less. We are producing more waste than ever before. Thank you. I've seen some of these contraptions and it works. It's not that difficult. Go on, Google it, research it. What happens is you take your waste and you put it in at that little sink input place. It ends up here at the bottom of the sink where it interacts with enzymes and bacteria. It gets digested. And up there, it's a low pressure for the gas. The gas then gets circulated here and it goes right up in a little pump and it provides the energy that you need for your cooking. And there are often byproducts. Here it's a a fertilizer that comes out at the bottom, and you can use that in your garden again.
Ladies and gentlemen, today is a wonderful day for us, for Namibia, for the world. Today is the World Environmental Day, and the theme for the World Environmental Day is Beat Air Pollution. It's a very special theme that reminds us of the 8.8 million deaths that occurs on an annual basis because of air pollution. There's already correlations with between air pollutions and the number of deaths that occur.
But nevertheless, let's try how we can liaise with the back there to proceed with the slides. So, Director of Ceremonies, thank you for the opportunity. So, Old Mutual, as a co-host of the event, was requested to do also a presentation. So, I'm from the short-term insurance business in Old Mutual, and so I will be focusing on that specifically, although Old Mutual provides many other products, life insurance, annuities, investment products, microloans, employee benefits, and so forth.
Let's look at an example of a fairly complex business that I've worked with for a number of years. Over 150 hotel rooms. They have 5 F&B venues. They have conferencing. They have a wheels operation. What else do they have? They have spa. Okay, so huge potential to generate waste, right? You can imagine the volumes that must come out of that business. In 2009, they set some really ambitious targets for themselves. In fact, it was 0 waste to landfill. Okay, so they completely overhauled their system in terms of how they manage their waste in all of those operational areas. So I want to unpack for you today a little bit of what they did, their approach, and maybe some lessons you can take away and apply in your own businesses. Okay, one of the first things they did was probably what a lot of you have done either in your businesses or your homes, is look at their recycling efficiency. Okay, it's not necessarily the
to the schools and educators training program. So what I love about it is that the kids and the educators are very much enthusiastic in order to teach the material that we're using for recyclables as an art program. And I also got lodges that are doing recycling at Skukuza. They also invited me to come and do an informal training for the users of what they call it day camps. The role of the Tribal Council Authority is very important. Each and every village has Induna. Our village has a special Induna, Mr. Mkwambi. He always comes to our depot to check if we are doing good, and he always comes to check if there are any injuries or any problems or any fightings, so that we can see that we are working in a vision of togetherness. I've got elders in the project. I would like to have more youth, so that when the elders are a bit tired, then the youth can take over, so that the waste management project doesn't die at the rural area. The women at the Male Greening Project, they are doing extra activities. They're doing mats, and the mats that they do with the recyclables, that is plastic, clear plastic, yellow and blue plastic. So they do their artwork and then they sell it also as their extra income, not part of the co-op, but it makes it easy for them to generate extra. The informal sector plays a very important role. Actually, they are the backbone of recycling, because what the municipality cannot remove or where the municipality cannot reach, the informal sectors make it easy for the municipality to bridge that gap. So they are the ones who are carrying the cleanup into the rural settlements, and they are the ones who are also stopping the illegal dumping. The volume for PET between 2014 and 2015, it shows growth. And we were not aware of the separations in the marketplace. So when Petco came in and then they give us some training and workshops of how the separations should be done, and they also added up a way of moving the waste collection side part of it. Those were the trolleys. So it makes it easy for us to move from 200 kg to plus minus 550 kg per month.